Growing up, I observed many things, from gang violence to drug dealers. But more important than that, I observed my mother and father argue with each other, repeatedly. I became so accustomed to their arguments that I started to assume that was part of normal family behavior. The fights generally ended with my mom throwing something at my dad, or my dad locking himself away in his room. And I remember the day my dad left. I was playing Smash Brothers with my little brother on the 64. I heard yelling, but I ignored it because I was so used to it. Then the yelling got louder, and my dad was marching towards the front door. My mom hurried in front of him, and after a few more vulgarities, my dad lifted my mom out of the doorway and set her down and left. I didn't see my dad for nearly a year and a half after that. Only after that time period did I discover that my mom had my dad unjustly locked up and taken from my life. After that incident, I wasn't the same person. I was more angry. Angry at everything: my mom, my dad, my teachers, my peers, and myself. Above all else, I was lonely. It was because of this loneliness and my anger that I got in fights in schools, and it was almost as if I was making up for all the fights that my mom and dad no longer had with each other. However, when my mom sent me to the Boys and Girls Club, that changed. I was immediately welcomed in, and when I walked through those doors, and the staff showed me around the club. Much to my surprise, I made friends rather quickly. The people there accepted me for who I was, flaws and all. When I first started going to the club, I often got in trouble, usually with my group of friends. And I still remember Mr. Mike, the education coordinator, who always held me to a higher standard, and while encouraging me to put my best foot forward in everything I did. One day after I got in trouble, Mr. Mike told me something that I would never forget. He said, "You are a leader, but a good leader never leads his men off a cliff." I'm not going to say I changed instantaneously after that, but I definitely pondered those words for a very long time. Mr. Mike helped me believe in myself. He introduced me to the Torch Club, and he's also the reason why I joined Keystone. He told me I could achieve in my endeavors, and he helped me trust other people, all the while teaching me to lead people in the right direction. I observed how he helped other kids and decided that I wanted to help others as well. He taught me to lead by example. When I became a junior staff member at the age of 14, I was organizing and implementing a variety of programs. I showed growth in my actions and attitude. I was transforming into a different person. I wasn't afraid of who I was and still am becoming. Volunteering at the Boys and Girls Club has given me a sense of pride and accomplishment that I couldn't obtain anywhere else. I remember my father constantly telling me, "It is your job to protect those that cannot protect themselves." And those very words defined me as a young man. After college, I intend on joining the Naval Academy, becoming a naval aviator so I can better protect the country that has protected me. I want to ensure that everyone has a life of freedom and choice to decide who they will become for the rest of their lives.